Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for the week of March 11th. This week, we're going to jump right in here. You have this card that says you're pushing yourself to exhaustion. Enjoy yourself in between all your hard work. You also have this card that says new chapters require new versions of you. Yes, all of that. I think that you definitely are probably pushing yourself or will be soon, so make sure that you're balancing your energy. And I also do feel, and I say it to you all the time, Pisces, like you're stepping into a new version of yourself. I don't actually know if even that is the right thing to say, because it's more like you're pushing yourself into the version of who you always have been, but just haven't expressed. I think that's a better way to say what the energy is for Pisces. Is like you have always been the thing that you're about to show the world, but again, maybe the amount to which you're about to show it is a lot more than you ever have before. So I think that you're just stepping into your true form, your true power, whatever you want to call it. So of course, I really like that. I think that there's a lot of good stuff coming up for you here, Pisces. In your first row, you have the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. So the Eight of Cups, of course, is about walking away from what no longer serves you and walking towards, who knows? A lot of people say he's walking towards the Nine of Cups, which might be true, but we actually don't know what he is walking towards. He could be walking towards fulfillment, but, he's just walking away from something that he knows isn't fulfilling him, plain and simple. We have the Libra eclipse coming up at the end of the month on the 25th, and this is the only card in the tarot that has an eclipse on it right there. So I feel for a lot of you that you are kind of completely closing things out in your life and moving on to the next thing. It doesn't even have to be love, of course. This could be anything. I mean, this whole entire reading, really, we see a lot of new beginnings. You have the Fool. You even have the Two of Wands at the end, and the Two of Wands is about stepping into a new world. I'm also getting something here, Pisces, like if you want to do something, but you feel you're like, if you feel like you're not sure if you're going to be able to do it, I feel like you are. So again, if you want to move, for example, and you're like thinking, I need to move, and you're afraid that you're not going to be able to afford it or something. Again, for whatever reason, it's popping into my head here, but also you have the Two of Wands here. So again, I am getting a message that, like, I wouldn't worry about it if you're worried if you're going to be able to do something. You have the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups, of course, can be love or your emotions overflowing. We do see love here if you want it. Two of Cups, Ace of Swords. This could be communication and love with the Eight of Wands as well. Could be an earth sign so far, stands out to me. Could be any sign, general reading. And again, we are going to clarify, so, we will get more details on what this could be, but for now, it could be an earth sign. The Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing, so I do feel it would be a connection that makes you very happy. I also feel that you need to do more of what makes you happy. I think everybody does, but, it's definitely true for you. You also have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, of course, is work hard, play hard, Pisces. So I feel that it is time for you to make sure that if you're working hard, which I feel things are about to speed up for you in work or work-wise, you're probably, today I'm doing this video on the 4th. This video will be out on the 5th. And you might be feeling more motivated today, like right here at the beginning of March. So, I would say take advantage of the energy, of course, but make sure you're balancing yourself out. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is putting up boundaries, but it's also about trying something one more time. So again, if you're walking away from something completely, I think it's time, or you could be thinking about trying something again. Again, this could be love. If you've walked away from love in the recent past, it could be, you could also just be, this could be business or something where you've tried to express yourself, because again, a big part of this reading is about these new chapters or these new versions of you, which is really just who you always have been. You're just finally expressing it is the best way that I could say what's going on here. With the Ace of Cups, you have the King of Cups. I feel like you are love, Pisces, at this time, like you really could be feeling the energy of love and, positive emotion, or you could be trying to feel more fulfilled in general. And I feel, this could be you. So I kind of feel this is you, and you're showing up in a king position. I feel like you're just showing up, in a power position, basically, a position of power and strength. And I feel that in a lot of ways that you could be manifesting things very quickly. So again, I would make sure that you're filling your brain with good stuff right now. And with the Two of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Pentacles. I'm telling you right now, I was getting something about like you worrying about having the money to move. That's how it was popping into my head. Take it how it resonates. Like maybe you want to go get a new car and you're worried that you're not going to get approved or something. It could be anything like that. That's the story that I'm getting, and I feel like you're going to be fine. So whoever is out there worrying about that, stop, because you have all these great cards. And plus, I literally feel that the reading itself is saying like you are going to get approved if you're trying to get approved for a house or whatever it is. Nine of Pentacles, also a card of independence. I feel like you've been working a lot on your independence, and I'm hearing the words like starting to show, like your results are starting to show. And we've talked a lot about results with you over the past 2 years, Pisces. I feel like you've been putting a lot of results into the world, or you've been creating a lot of results. This could be for people, for your clients, for yourself, for whatever. And it's like you're starting to finally get noticed. You have this inspiration card. And, my theory for Pisces is that stuff like this inspiration card here, which we're going to talk about. You also have this peacock card, which says, let it shine on it. I think that these types of cards are probably going to come up more and more for you as we move over through the next few years, basically. And so I would be doing whatever you can to be an inspiration, to shine your inner light, and, kind of like stand out in whatever way. You have this Strength and Wisdom card. You also have this Imagination clouds your judgment card. So, but I don't think it's saying imagination. I think Pisces, I don't know, as a Pisces, right? People love when I say that. So as a Pisces, I can, it's like if I don't have my imagination time, it's like something I need, right? And I feel that you need that as well. I think what this is saying is I think that this is more saying don't create stories in your head. If you are watching the news and something bad pops up and you create this story about how the next 20 years are doomed or whatever, then you're not going to be very productive, right? So I feel like this is saying you have to be able to do what you can with what you got right now. So don't tell these stories of your future that might not exist, right? I feel this is saying, there is strength in you taking action on what you know to be true right this second, right now. Not 20 years from now, or not even next year, or not even tomorrow, right? And I think that if you could, kind of embrace, the Power of Now, that book by Eckhart Tolle, if you could embrace that energy of just living in the, truly living in the second, right? Then, right now, then you will be a lot more productive and a lot more powerful at this time. You have the Eight of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. Eight of Wands is like quick success or quick movement. I do feel there could be love communication again after, maybe a period of you being single. With that Nine of Pentacles. So again, if you're looking for love, could be love. Could be a friend or someone that you know, because Eight of Wands is like my social card. So again, also if you're looking for love, I would encourage you to socialize with the Eight of Wands. It says get out of the house, go meet a person. This is also an amazing card for movement. So like I said, if you're planning on moving or anything like that, really, really good. You have the Five of Wands, and again, this is a card of conflict and competition, but this is also a card of knowledge and wisdom. And the reason is that these people are fighting, but they're using sticks to fight. They're not using swords. So it's really a card where these younger people on this card, they are learning how to fight. They are training. And so I feel that you have gained a lot of knowledge and wisdom over the years, and now you're able to express it in a certain way, or you're able to show the world how you can do something. And I kind of feel like that's what this is talking about. You have the Six of Pentacles. I feel it's experimentation time. I would come up with like a simple daily routine or something here with the Six of Pentacles, where if you are working on a project or a business, even if you just take one step, every single day towards what you're trying to accomplish, that's better than nothing. So I feel that this is saying that you need to start taking the steps necessary to move towards success. It's like you can imagine the success. I definitely get that feeling here from this reading, but I also feel that it feels very far away, but it's like a lot closer than you think if you're trying to manifest something or create something in the world. And so you have to start taking the steps. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is a never-ending nightmare. It's like having a nightmare, waking up, being stuck in a nightmare. So again, this could say that you need to end a cycle, right? Which we kind of know because of the Eight of Cups. So again, I feel like it's time for you to end a cycle. If this is like a past person communicating with you or whatever, this could be saying like it's time to end the cycle. It's time to have something new. With the Five of Wands, you have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is a card of contemplation and apathy. Part of me feels that this Four of Cups with the Nine of Swords and also the Five of Wands is you wondering if you're ever going to have something that you want, it's kind of like I feel like you could be examining past conflicts that you've been through, like in love and business and career, whatever it is for you. And I really feel you could be saying, like, am I ever going to experience like something that I have always wanted, or am I just destined to be, alone forever? Or am I destined to never have something that I desire? I really feel that Pisces kind of has the feeling of the universe, like dangling the carrot, like always, giving, dangling the opportunity in front of you, but never actually getting the opportunity. In whatever area of life that is for you. And that's the feeling I get here. The good news is that you have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords would be a victory, success, good news, good things coming in. We also go down to the Three of Swords, and the Three of Swords is showing up in the good stuff. So, that could say that you're healing something or you're changing something. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Temperance card, experimentation. I would stay open to all the ways there are to do things at this time, Pisces. I think this is true for everyone. You're a Pisces. I don't really think that Pisces has a problem, experimenting, trying new things, or, if you start something and you have to make a change, it's probably not that big of a deal. But I would make sure that you are actually doing that. If something isn't working, try something else. If you don't know what to do in your life, try something else. And I feel like the Temperance card is about turning your situation around. So no matter what your situation is, I think that for a lot of you, it's time for you to take your situation and make it better. And I think in a reading that I did maybe like 2 months ago or something, I don't know, time is just kind of all jumbling together for me at this time. I would say that I said that you're like Thomas the Tank Engine, right? You're like the little engine that could. I feel like you are, and there's a reason for that. I think sometimes, people always ask me, like, why do I have to be the little engine that could, and why do I have to never give up? I'm like, well, so that you can show other people how to do it right here. You have this inspiration card. It says, a spark of inspiration will ignite a brilliant new idea. It is essential that you are clear about what you want. Follow your heart. There you go. Definitely feel like you need to follow your heart. I also think this part is true. It says too many ideas are blocking you from making any idea a reality. Exactly. I think you need to pick one thing, make it happen. I literally said this to you, I think last week, right? But I also feel that, if you've been on this long journey, it's so that you can inspire other people. You have this beauty card that says somehow your looks will boost your earning power. Did I make a joke about this card last time with you? I'm pretty sure. It says your inner world must match your outer world for things to change. Of course, you're good looking. You're a Pisces, right? So, of course, your looks are going to, kind of create a more positive reality for you. But I do feel that we are in a time where our inner world does need to match our outer world. And also, our outer world can be a reflection of what's going on in our inner world. So I think we need to, clean up our vibrations, us Pisces, and make sure that, we're creating a life that's worth living no matter what. And, it's not necessarily easy, but, I think it can lead to a lot of success. And I really do see a lot of success for Pisces, as I always say, but you're going to have to put in the work. You have the Two of Cups, Ace of Swords, in the Fool. Two of Cups could definitely be a very strong connection. It could be a Leo that's coming in for you, Pisces. I do feel like it's someone who's different than your usual type. I'm pretty sure you've been getting Leo with me, which is weird, and you've been showing up in Leo's readings as well. But this card is a card of communication. That was weird. A deck just fell on its own over there, so there you go. But that might be confirmation. This right here is kind of like a card of a perfect match or love coming in for you. And I do feel like there could be a perfect match or communication coming in for you here. And, again, that was weird. A deck over, I don't know if you heard that on camera, but a deck literally just fell on its own and nothing's touching it. Nothing's over there. We're not having any earthquakes or anything like that. So I don't even know how that happens, but there you go. I'm not going to question it. So anyway, again, I feel that this could be a perfect match. And again, apparently there's someone or something that wants the two of you together. So, again, if you're having communication with a person, there you go. You have this Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is a victory, can also be communication for sure. Again, I feel this is the energy you need to embrace is the Ace of Swords. I really, don't be afraid to change, Pisces. The Ace of Swords can represent a sacrifice. And right here, there's a palm frond, and over here, there's an olive branch. And the palm frond can represent a sacrifice or making a sacrifice. The olive branch can represent an offer of peace, but it can also represent, it can also represent abundance. So I feel like there could be a lot of abundance coming in for you after you make some sort of sacrifice. And we're not saying literally sacrifice something. We're talking about, making a sacrifice as in maybe you spend a lot of time doing something and you have to stop doing it so you can, build something better in your life. But I kind of get like, some of you have an idea in your mind, and I'm not saying that it's the wrong idea, and I want you to pay very close attention to how you feel, because it's going to be different for all of you, right? But I feel for some of you, maybe you have an idea, and it's just not the right idea, but I think like a version of the idea could be very successful. And, like, what the hell am I talking about, right? Well, it's like, let's say you want to write a book, but maybe you hate writing, right? But maybe you could turn your ideas from that you would put in the book into a YouTube channel. It's like, it's the same thing, but a different idea, or you're presenting it in a different idea. And that's kind of what I get here on the Ace of Swords. It doesn't matter what you do. I'm not saying it has to be a YouTube channel, obviously. I'm just giving you an example. Could be whatever the hell you want. And, I think that this is saying, it's almost like you're being presented with something that you want, just different. So there you go. And it could be love as well, because you have the Two of Cups. So it's almost like, and it's not like you're not going to be attracted to this person or anything like that. I just think that the way it's being presented is different. You have the Fool. The Fool is about taking a leap of faith. I really feel it is time for you to like swing for the fences, Pisces. I think it's time for you to kind of go hard, right? And really go for something. That does not mean you should be, working until, 24/7, right? That doesn't mean that you shouldn't take breaks and all that other stuff. I think that it would be much better for you to be efficient, effective, and, do things in the right way. Like I always say, I think that there are plenty of business people that'll tell you, like, 1 hour of focused work is better than 8 hours of just random work all over the place, right? So I think, this Ace of Swords is a laser-like focus. So whatever you're thinking about doing, I think it would be much better, like I said, for you to come up with a routine where you say to yourself, okay, I'm going to do this, these 3 tasks every single day, because there are 3 things that are moving me forward. I think that would be much more effective than just working, right? And so I would come up with a plan. With the Two of Cups, you have this Two of Cups. So again, like I said, the universe, someone's passed on loved one is clearly telling us that they want the two of you together. So I'm just here to deliver the message. There you go. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Queen of Cups. Here you go, right here. Divine counterparts. So could be, a perfect match here. It could be another water sign. You have water, earth, fire. I mean, like I said, it literally could be any sign coming in for you. Clearly, everybody finds you attractive right now, Pisces, with that beauty card. So, right, do I need to say it? There you go. With the Fool, you have the Page of Swords. This is about taking a leap towards your curiosity. I'm wondering, you might end up having some sort of spark of inspiration. You might have like a brilliant idea at this time, or you like a sudden insight, and those are the things that I would pay attention to, even if they move you in a new direction. Even if like you've been working on something and you have to change direction, I think it would be worth changing direction. I always use the example of the guy who wrote Game of Thrones, George R.R. Martin. It's like he was writing another book before he started writing Game of Thrones, and so he stopped writing that book because he came up with the idea for Game of Thrones. It's like he made the sacrifice of one thing to write something that turned him into like a freaking billionaire, right? So, that's what I'll say there with the Page of Swords. It's almost like, and that Ace of Swords, it's almost like saying to me that you could be working on something, but there's something that you're about to transition to that is like going to make you very successful. So there you go. Looks amazing. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Owl Spirit. Says you see clearly now. Yeah, I think that you see a lot of the truths. Again, the astrology says that like a lot of truths are coming out. A lot of truths have come out. Like I it's funny because I said the other day that, it's crazy to me that serial killer in New York got caught, the one on Long Island, right? And then I was like, and I also said to a person I was talking to, but I was like, but I bet a bunch more get caught because it's time of truth. And literally just the other day, another serial killer got caught. So it's like, it's impossible to hide. I think that we're in a time of truth. That's maybe a dark example, but again, the truths are coming out. And Pisces can definitely see through things. So I feel like you're seeing a lot of truths. But these could be good truths as well, like things that could help you grow, all that other stuff. You have this Peacock card that says, let it shine. Yes, you have talents, gifts, skills, and abilities. You have things, ideas, plans, goals, wishes, dreams that need to be expressed. And if you express those things, you will be successful. You have the Two of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. The Two of Wands is about taking the lead, making progress. And again, he's leaving something behind. He needs to get out of this castle that he's standing on top of, and he needs to get out into the world. He's got the whole world, in his hands there. So he needs to get out into the world and, go have new experiences. So I feel a lot of you could be needing to get out into the world. You have the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like your resources are increasing. Queen of Pentacles is a card of resourcefulness. I would be as resourceful as possible at this time. I think this is true for everyone. I think everyone needs to be resourceful, of course. But I really like this. I feel, that there's a lot of good stuff as far as resources are concerned coming in for people. So it's like if you're trying to make more money, or if you're trying to increase your earnings, I think that a lot of you could be really kind of putting in the work to be resourceful to increase your earnings. You have the Three of Swords. So again, some of you could be healing a broken heart, or you could be just healing in general. This could also be forgiveness. And, here's the other thing as well, is like some of you could be getting a truth from a person, and this could just be forgiveness, especially with that Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords could be like an offer of peace or something like that. So, there you go. Take how it resonates. But let's see. With the Two of Wands, you have the Justice card. Yeah, I feel like you're being proven right a lot. I think I said this to you in your last reading. Your astrology starting this year, 2024, moving forward, there's like a lot of things that I see for Pisces where I think people are going to be like, wait a minute, Pisces said that. I'm pretty sure I said this to you in your March reading as well. I think you're going to have a lot of moments where people are realizing that ideas or, at work or in business or just in your life in general came from you. It's like maybe you are used to other people getting credit for your ideas. And, again, I see this a lot in the astrology. So I feel like people are starting to realize that it's like you are the one that comes up with the ideas, that has the plans and all that other stuff. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Two of Pentacles. Again, work hard, play hard. Make sure you're creating balance, right? And with the Three of Swords, you have the Hierophant. Some of you could be meeting a person that you'll marry. If that didn't work, if you want love, you could be meeting a person that you will marry. If you don't want love, then this could just be you manifesting something in reality, like whatever that is for you. You have this camel. It says, persevere and you will overcome problems. Yes, we have the Nine of Wands here, right? Am I making that up? Oh, yeah. You started with the Nine of Wands. So, again, I feel for a lot of you, it's definitely do not give up at this time. You have this shark. It says, take care or there will be loss of material wealth. I think this is true for everyone. Again, I always say to everyone, even if you have $1 billion in the bank, I wouldn't be out there like buying 10 Ferraris, right? I would be making sure that you're doing smart things with it. Do your research. You'll be fine. You have this May card in this wall. It says misunderstandings. Yeah, I would be careful between now and May. I mean, we do have Mercury retrograde coming up at the beginning of April, literally April 1st. It's like the universe is playing a joke on us, right? So between now and May, the beginning of May, I would just, make sure that you're being very clear with your communication. Also, the opposite, right? If people are misunderstanding you, if people are getting upset, or if you feel something like, if someone texts you something, for example, or emails you something, what's popping into my head is like, emotions, things like that get lost in translation when we're sending a text or an email. So again, if you get like a weird text or weird email from a person, I would get like, don't just freak out about it, right? I would email the person back and get clarity, because again, it might just be a misunderstanding. It might just be the way they worded the text message or the email. It is popping into my head that between now and May, you could be, that could happen. You have this March card and it says, you have this pail. It says time to get out of a situation. So some of you could be thinking about leaving a situation, which we saw with the Ace of Swords, making a sacrifice. And I feel like this is saying it's time to leave for sure. You have this marriage card. Definitely could be meeting a person that you will marry. You have this grasshopper. It says situation in the balance that requires careful handling. I actually feel like there's a very lucky situation that's coming in for you. And I just think it's saying like, take care of it, nurture it, make sure that you get all the luck out of it. But this is a really good reading here, Pisces. I love it. So a little bit spooky as well there. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.